क्या है ना कि मैं ये बहुत स्ट्रांगली बिलीव करता हूँ कि whenever there is an industry, अगर आप कोई भी इंडस्ट्री जहाँ पे पैसा तो है ही, तो obviously there is a career for everybody that is currently in marketing. But a lot of people what they feel is ना कि firstly who to trust, whom not to trust.
Correct.
कि if tomorrow if somebody is saying कि भाई you should learn X and X, then somebody else will come and say कि this is out of business, you should learn this and this. So now that you have worked with so many companies, you have so many clients, you very well know what clients come looking for.
Okay.
So can you maybe give an overview कि clients का usually question क्या सबसे पहले तो क्या होता है?
Yeah.
Secondly, how to cater to that?
See, for that, again, I'll take a step back and I would say that you need to educate yourself.
Of
If you're
course.
starting a business, you need to educate yourself about every other thing. If you're, let's take an example for a digital marketing agency only, because that's what I started. If you are educating yourself about all the channels that you can market on, okay, you can actually consult the brand better. And any client, any brand who's coming to you is looking for consulting first and service after. Okay. They're looking for you to deep dive into their business to see what are the flaws they're doing in marketing and consult them that this is not you should be doing and this is what you should be doing. And based on that, you offer a solution to them. Brands never come to you for a particular service. Very few of them does. Okay, because most of the brands that don't know what they want. Because they don't know what they want, that is the reason they are outsourcing their marketing to someone else. If they knew what they wanted, they would be having already a very good in-house team which is delivering exceptional results. Okay, so first part is consulting, and consulting can only come when you master the art of the particular service, research, and your education towards that particular field and sector.
This is such a important piece of information here. Majority of the times the company does not know what they're looking for. They only know the problem.
So they'll come to you with an objective that this is what I want to achieve.
Yeah.
But the journey, if you have to take a train or you have to take a flight, you should be the one to tell them, I don't think you should be taking a flight to here because you'll spend twice as much compared to a train. Where you can go A to B very
And cheaper price. Or
cheaper price. Anything like that. Not even cheaper price. I would say comfort and all, a lot of things.
Correct.
Right. So you have to actually consult the brands. It's not about, most of the people are doing this for money. When I started this agency, I was in college. I started this as a design agency, not a marketing agency, to be honest. Okay. When I learned about marketing after 2 years, I would say I took my first paid ads project, proper paid ads, lakhs of rupees in ad spends after 2 years of my company when I learned about all of these things. Before, in those 2 years, I was taking a lot of design projects, social media marketing, and ads that were under 50,000 rupees. That was a rule I made for myself because I knew that if I fail, somebody might lose lakhs of rupees. Okay, but to my surprise, whatever client that I took for even 50,000, 40,000, 30,000 rupees in ad spends, no one failed because it was keeping me up at night that I have someone's money to manage.
Of course.
So I couldn't sleep with the fact that I'm just taking it lightly. So I prepared myself, I educated myself as to how to utilize that money to giving the best possible results that meets the objective of my client.
That is great. So now that we have talked about all these different aspects, I know that you have two companies. We'll come to the second one in a
Correct, yeah.
And obviously today we were about to shoot some time ago, but we postponed the shoot a little. पहले भी हम एक बार शूट कर रहा थोड़ा और पुश हो गया. So I know you have a very hectic schedule. I know you're extremely busy.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? मतलब, firstly tell me how hectic it gets. Do you work 18 hours a day as you like?
One thing, Shashwat, the best thing about being an entrepreneur is you learn to manage multitasking. You learn multitasking at such a level that most people would say, "Yaar, this guy is insane. कितना कुछ कर रहा है." And most of the average people would say, we should focus on one thing, ye kar, wo kar. But business is made through multitasking. Okay, if you are better at multitasking, if you are better at handling stress and anxiety at that particular time, only then can you grow. You cannot grow in a comfortable environment. I've learned things the hard way. Okay, I keep telling people, see, another thing is people reach out to me on LinkedIn who want to start their agency at the very, they're very young and the company is young, like 4 months, 5 months, they're like, what is one thing that I need to do? So I like consulting them as well. So there are so many things that an entrepreneur has to do in a day. Let's take Elon Musk as an example, since I look up to him a lot. You see, he has so many companies to manage, so many staff to manage, so many people to manage. One of his companies listed on the NASDAQ. Still he finds time to reply to people on Twitter. How does he do that, right? Do you think Elon Musk has less work than you? No, right? And he has more work. How is he finding more time? He knows how to prioritize, right? Even when we were about to start the podcast, I took 10 to 15 minutes wrapping up my different calls and everything.
Yeah.
Now we are hosting an event where I'm exhibiting and I'm taking a keynote as well. So a lot of things have to be done, right? How do I do that? Multitasking. So of course it gets hectic to answer your question, but you get better at it. Okay. And if you get better at that, see, the level of stress and anxiety would always increase if you are willing to grow your company. Let's say I am at a X revenue with a X business expansion stage. Okay, if I want to settle, I would come one level down and I would settle and make life में कोई problem नहीं. Okay, but if you want to constantly grow your company, you have to constantly upskill yourself, your stress won't ever go. Okay, you just have to learn how to deal with that. There is no thing where you actually consider like everything is going well 100% of the time. Not even 90% of the time. Things will go wrong more than 50% of the time. Maybe more, 90% of the time maybe. But that 10%, that sweet spot when you enjoy that the most, because that is the most, sweetest thing that you can ever get. Sometimes you just click like, okay, this is what I've done. This is okay. Now I don't have something for the next 2 days. I can just sit back and relax. Now that's it.
And I think a very important part that a lot of people are missing out, and I hope they put in as much focus as needed for what you said.
Yeah.
And that is that you should be comfortable in being uncomfortable.
True. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has said this before or if it's a quote or not.
Yeah.
But I myself believe in this very much, and I say this to me as much as possible.
If you constantly put yourself in uncomfortable situations, which helps you grow, it would make you mature in a very less period of time compared to other people.
That is true.
Okay. Even as an entrepreneur, you have the way to go the easy route where it takes a lot of time, or you can face a lot of uncomfortable situations. You should do what you don't know about. You should constantly learn. You should be told no to. People should yell at you. People should say that this won't work. Only then can you grow.
Of course.
If an entrepreneur doesn't have a trauma at the start of the journey, I can guarantee they can never make it big.
They need that
trauma.
difficulty.
Exactly. You need that stress. You should learn how to surf the waves. It's not a calm ocean.
Of course.
If you're looking for calm ocean, you won't get it over here.
Yeah, obviously.
And there's a old saying: if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Very true.
Yeah. You need that courage, Shashwat.
Of
you
course.
need that courage.
So, a lot of people, me including, have heard about some of your tales in the industry.
Okay.
And I'd like to talk about one of them. I've heard about it a lot, and I actually don't know all the details. So, if you may, I would like to know what is the whole deal about this Chinese shipment.
Yeah.
And how did you deliver it in 30 minutes? And what is the whole deal? Please.
So that is a little bit exaggerated because, of course, Chinese whisper. Some people say something to them, gum gum ke kuch aur hi aata hai. Right. So during Shark Tank season 2, okay, that was in 2023, early 2023, 5-6 of our clients actually got telecasted. And one of our clients was actually importing the products from China. Okay, and he was like, I'm going to run out of my bestsellers. And if I run out of my bestsellers, we are going to be a hard time generating a sale. Because if you are getting telecasted on Shark Tank, you see a very high pump on your ads.
Shark Tank effect.
Yeah, the Shark Tank effect, what we call it right now. So his bestsellers were out of stock within 72 hours. Okay, and he knew that and he pre-ordered those bestsellers. Okay. Since for 2 days, he didn't have any stock on his website for his bestsellers, the other products people were not buying. He was very tense, and the product shipment was going to arrive in the next 48 hours. But that actually stopped at some China port. Okay, I don't even know about that. And it was 3 a.m. He gave me a call. So going back to, okay, so let me complete that. So the best thing the business does is, we were talking about this before we started the podcast. It actually enables you to a lot of network, high net worth individuals, a lot of people who have a lot of connects in the industry.
Correct.
You yourself make a lot of network when you actually go out for networking events and all of those things. So I got a call at 3 a.m. by my client saying that our shipment has been stopped at the port. If we don't have that, we might lose 1 crore of sales in the next 1 month. like, okay, let me just have a look. So I have someone who actually imports a lot of products from China, maybe what 15-20 crores every week. That's what.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had his contact, but it was 3 in the night, and I said, how would I call him? They said, like, so in crisis only you call people, right? So like, okay, I don't care whatever he thinks of him. One of my client needs me, so I'll just give him a call. I gave him a call, like, this is what happened. So it didn't take 30 minutes. It take a good 2.5 hours to clear that portal, to clear that shipment. Because luckily, law of attraction, I would say, and that same ship, my other client was having a consignment.
Oh,
Yeah. And that is the reason I got it approved for my other client as well. So yeah, that was that.
wow. But still, it's a crazy feat.
Yeah.
And because it is something that a lot of people are talking about.
नहीं, that's
But still, भाई 30 minutes बोल रहे थे, but 2.5 hours वो भी कहाँ रात के 3 बजे.
मतलब यहाँ 3 बजे थे, वहाँ भी
ये तो आपका फोटे भी नहीं है, ये तो वो जगह भी नहीं है जहाँ पे आप काम करते हैं.
हाँ.
So you are like a one-stop solution.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't position myself as that. कल को 4 inquiry आ गई तो मैं say wrong. But yeah, as a business owner, you expose yourself to a lot of networks, and I'm very lucky to have a very good network to me, because I know how to get things done in any industry and at a very small amount of time.
That is great. And अभी जो मैंने one-stop solution के बारे में बोला,
Yeah.
मैं एक statement देता हूँ. Tell me what is your take on this? That basically you can't charge for everything that you do,
Yeah.
and you can't do everything that you charge for. So there will be things that you do that you can't even charge.
That's a very
And आप जो कुछ charge करते हो उसके अलावा एक्स्ट्रा चीजें करनी ही पड़ेंगी. ये तो given ही है.
right.
तो do you believe in that? Does that समझ में आया?
I live that life, Shashwat. I have to do what more than I've
That is being an entrepreneur.
Exactly. That's what being an entrepreneur is. Yeah. Abhi that deal, but that was for that shipment was for more than 2.5 crores. Okay. I couldn't be like on the phone. Okay, what is the cut that I'm gonna get?
Of course.
Okay, because so the way I do networking is I try to help someone I want to gain a lot of knowledge from. Okay, I seek knowledge from a lot of people. So I try to help them, but I don't expect anything in return, and I don't demand anything in return. And even if they want to incentivize me, I don't do that, because if you are actually helping someone with a lot of things, then they owe you one. Not a very
That is true.
thing,
Yeah, I understand what you say.
they owe you one, and at the time of your crisis and when you need help, and when you call them, most probably they'll answer and they'll help.